Well, I know that you have like a little bit of a soap opera background. You were on All My Children.
Yeah,
So,
you do.
yeah, so I have to mention that, because it's Paula's Soapbox, so we have to throw in the soap opera connection here. So,
Oh my God.
what was your character?
My character's name was Tiffany. And
Say your lines.
Oh, I don't remember the lines. I thought it was a character at the Pine Valley University, I think. It was a friend of one of the other characters or so. But the story there is that I actually had been an extra for like 3 weeks or something on the show. I was bound and determined to get my SAG card, and at the time, you do it through AFTRA if you've been a member of AFTRA for a year and got a speaking role. So I was like, I'm gonna get a speaking role. So I
by punching people.
Yeah, by punching people. That's not how. And I kind of courted the casting people for that particular show, and I got a couple background roles, and then eventually got tossed a line or two, and then
You're like,
it was kind of
nobody else
great.
wants this line.
No, they asked
You,
me. I auditioned
Junior
for
Miss
it.
America. Let's see what you say there.
And I loved that set, and that everybody was my size. Like I showed up, and all the girls were bitty, and so they had no problem wardrobing me because they were like, "Oh well, we have stuff your size." And I was like, "This is an amazing, magical world." It was fun. It was a great experience. They moved so fast.
What show was that?
All My Children.
Was Josh Duhamel there?
No, he was off. He was not on it. I know, right?
Yes, Josh Duhamel.
A million years ago, but it was fun.
Susan Lucci, though.
He was on it, yes, and she's like little too. Like she's so just fit.
Yeah, she's very petite and very short, so.
But yeah, they were all. I mean, they're pros. You move so quickly, and they'll hand you a completely rewritten script like 5 minutes before, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll just memorize this. Got it. Like if anything, it really makes memory quite strong.
It's very fast paced from what I've heard, and there's always like just a limited amount of time to learn your lines. So.
But as far as sets go, like I don't mind it. Like we would have earlier mornings, but they were early like 7. They weren't early like 5 or 4 a.m. like you can get on movie sets.
Yeah.
And you were done by 6. Like people were going home to have dinner with their kids at 6. So this is not something that happens in the filming world usually.
I have a friend that was on As the World Turns for several years, and for a brief stint, I wanted to see what it was like to act in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went and spent some time there, and I just sort of shadowed her on the set and met, whoever she knew. And I could never do it. I mean, oh my God.
It's such a skill.
It's such a talent. It really is. Like, I feel like that there should be 2 rounds. And the first round is the audition. Let's see, if they're good looking and if they can handle the material. And the second round should just be like,
can you memorize massive amounts of material?
Like, can you run a marathon or a triathlon while we're giving you, Oedipus to read or the Iliad and memorize it? And it's just like, I don't know how they do it. It's so amazing. Every now and then.
So who was the friend that was on the show? Do you mind me asking? Who was the friend that was on the show?
Jen Landon.
Jen Landon, yeah. She was on As the World Turns. She played Queen.
She won a bunch of awards for that.
Yes, she did.
Talented
yeah,
lady.
she got 3 Emmys.
Very talented.
So she's brilliant. So I'd see Jen do it, and her and Jesse, who played Will, her husband.
Right.
I would watch these guys, and I just don't like. I don't know if I can do this. And every now and then I get an audition for a soap, and I'll tell Paula, I'll be like, I don't think I'm gonna get. If I get the job, I'm gonna get there, and they're gonna be like, this guy doesn't know how to.
Yeah, dude.
It's
fine
so
under
tough.
pressure. Charlie stresses himself out ahead of time, but he always delivers under pressure. You do. You're like, I don't know, it's 12 pages. I got it.
No, I don't.
See, I do that kind of thing too. I stress myself out beforehand, and then it's fine. But I'm the type of person that always runs through like worst case scenarios in my head. Well, what if I forget something or something like that, and then.
That's producing.
It's a type A personality thing. I'm sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
That's producing. That's like figuring out the possible problems that could happen and mitigating those ahead of time. I mean, I do the same thing, but I just chalk it up to, it just means I'm a good producer, not a crazy worrier.
Right. You're not a type A personality. You're just a good producer.
Yeah.